People, how are we? Let's talk about Josh Taylor versus the Jack Catterall fight. It seems to have gotten a lot more attention this time around than it did last time around, which is good because last time around it was a very, very good fight. Somewhat controversial, of course, and it definitely is carrying that through to this fight. But it's got the attention, it's got the eyeballs on it, which is what you like to see. It's what's beneficial for both the fighters and the sport. But they've gone for I believe an arena this time, haven't they? They're fighting in an arena, which I'm not quite sure why, because I think it would have sold out. Maybe not a massive stadium, but I think it would have sold out a stadium. Especially with the promotion going around at this time. Like I said, the amount of eyeballs they've got on it. But no, it looks really good. I'm really excited for it. I know, obviously, Josh Taylor won last time out. Quite controversially, a lot of people think Jack Catterall should have got the nod, the decision, but he didn't, and that's where we are, right? So they've come round to the rematch, which is good. I like to see that. I like to see it when you see controversial decisions. I think Devin Haney and Lomachenko should have done that, where it's a controversial decision. Not everyone believes you got the win, which you were given. So give them a rematch. You see, Tyson Fury did it with John McDermott. It was a controversial decision, controversial win. You give them the rematch and go, all right, well, I'll take care of the job this time, and I'll show you why I got the win. And that's the attitude that Josh Taylor's going into this with. He's like, look, I won last time. I overlooked him. I said what I needed to say, which is that I'm not overlooking him and I'm taking it, as I should be. But truth be told, I overlooked him, and he gave me a good fight. But I'll show you what I can do when I don't overlook people. I'll go in there and I'll get the win. I like that a lot. I think it's great. And I think from Jack Catterall's point of view, you're sitting there going, look, he barely beat me last time. I've only gotten better. He's only gotten worse. Has he gotten better? I don't know, but he thinks I've only gotten better. He's only gotten worse. I'll go in there and I'll put on a much better performance. I know, I've fought him once. I've got 12 rounds in the bank. I'll beat him this time. So they both clearly have the belief, right? Which is, again, great. And I think the argument you're seeing, the animosity, because there's clearly animosity, is helping to build the fight, and it's helping to I guess, motivate one another. Funnily enough, they have both said, actually, they don't hate each other. When asked, they've gone, do you hate him? Do you hate him? And they go, no, I don't hate the guy. I don't know him well enough to hate him. Do I dislike him? Yeah, I dislike him a lot. There's clearly a dislike there. I think maybe because of the animosity around the first fight, but also the controversy around the decision. Josh Taylor was saying how, for him, when he won that fight, he doesn't care about the stick he gets, whatever. He's in the public eyes. He's a boxer. He's kind of used to getting shit on, for lack of a better word. But what he doesn't like is then people coming for and attacking his family. I think that's out of order and that's not on, which I agree with. The point where police is having to sit outside of his house. It's not really on, is it? That's for him. That's the issue. I think that kind of the backlash on both fighters. I suppose after you lose a controversial decision, that's going to play on your mind. You should have won that. Should have won that, but you didn't. And on the back, on the flip side, when you get given a controversial decision, the public eye just shitting on you constantly and your family, and you having that doubt. Well, I know I could have beaten him. Blah blah blah. It's led them back to this, and that's what's given them the sort of disdain. So I'm really excited for it. Actually, I can't wait. Still a few weeks out. And I think if you go off the first fight, I do think you got to go Jack Catterall, because he did deserve the first fight. He should have won the first fight, and basing it off of that, you've got to go. Perhaps Josh Taylor has slipped a little bit. Jack Catterall's been the more active one, certainly. So you come back round to where we are now, and you think, okay, he's the favourite. He's going to win it this time round. He has banked the rounds. He'll learn. He'll go in there and win it. But I don't know. Something's telling me that Josh Taylor, yeah, he's been inactive, but Jack Catterall certainly hasn't been as good as he has been. I think we have seen, I think probably around that 2021 period, is the best Jack Catterall we've seen. And he's not that fighter anymore. He's not far off it. And could he get back to that level? Absolutely. But he hasn't been that, basing it off of his most recent performances. And Josh Taylor is a lot bigger, like a lot bigger. He's, for 140 pounds, he's big. He's a huge guy. So taking that into account, and maybe Josh Taylor was overlooking Jack Catterall for that first fight. Maybe he was. Who am I to say he wasn't? I don't, you know what I mean? I don't know. I think taking that into account, I think at the moment, if I had to pick, subject to change, I've got to give it to, I've got to give it to Josh Taylor. I think he'll get it done more convincingly this time. Less controversially this time, um, because, well, I said all the reasons I've just mentioned. Um, I think we'll leave it there for now. But it's a fight I'm really looking forward to. I'm loving the build up. I'm really loving the build up. Sometimes it's good to see things like that in boxing, and it's good that clearly there's an animosity and disdain for one another, but there's not a disrespect, if that makes sense. They don't like each other. They don't get on. There's a bit of animosity. There's no disrespect. They're not throwing tables across each other, bottling each other, whatever it is. There's just a bit of trash talking, a bit of argy bargy, push, shove and push and take, or push and pull, whatever it is. So that's good. But yeah, we'll see as the build up goes on. I'm looking forward to it. Let me know your thoughts down below, people. I'm sorry about that. I'm just so ill and bunged up. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, people. Like, subscribe, comment. You know how YouTube works. Peace.